RP Takeoff, man. That shit was sad.
Dog. It happens and happens and happens. Like in 3rd grade, I'm like, yo, I write like shit, man. Teacher telling me like, no, more practice, better you'll get. Nah, man.
I mean, they trying to encourage you and shit. You always gotta help the youths feel good about themselves.
I appreciate that, but sometimes you gotta tell the youth the truth. Tell the youths the truth.
Laid back, chilling, talking soccer on a weekend.
Yeah, technically, it's Tuesday.
Laid back, chilling, talk about soccer from the weekend.
From the weekend. Yeah, sir. Welcome
you
to one of the last episodes, not the last, but one of the last episodes of this current MLS season on the Kickoff Lounge.
What up, what up, what up?
Your boy LAFC.
Your boy Champ Brown, aka Producer Champ.
Yeah, sir.
Filling in for Big Miles today.
This is what Producer Champ looks like.
This is what I look like.
Ladies, they call him Big Sexy out here, man. Big Producer Sexy Champ. So any lady listeners out there single, it's the man right there. Holla at your boy.
I'll be out here.
Hey, man. A lot of great things happened over the weekend. MLS Cup playoffs.
It was fun. It was a fun weekend.
It was.
I mean, depending on who you was rooting for, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we got some good soccer. We got some great goals.
The
action was live.
It was a lot, man. It was definitely a lot that happened for sure,
There's
man.
a lot that happened.
But before we go into the playoffs itself, man, all year long, we got certain players that are battling for the most prestigious individual award in the MLS or in almost any league, right?
Right. No, definitely.
The MVP award. In this case, the Landon Donovan MVP trophy, which
Shout
has
out
been
that boy
awarded to
Hani Mukhtar, Nashville SC. He's been doing this thing all year. It was a close race for a bit, bro.
Yeah.
It was
The Yossi been balling all year.
He is a baller, and he had plenty of moments, but
Yep.
I feel like Hani just kind of pulled away in the end. And then, I think he was leading in terms of points or, just goal contributions as a whole.
Yeah, and so, he's been involved in at least one goal in 22 games this season, and only 3 players in history had more games in a single season with at least one goal contribution.
That's pretty wild.
That's wild, man. So, Hani Mukhtar with an absolutely historical year in the MLS for Nashville. Too bad Nashville ain't do much, but yo,
it would work. It's be like that.
Mukhtar is real, dog. Mukhtar is real.
He's legit. He's more than legit, and he proved it again and again. And another team that's real, so real that they're making history, so real that no other club team has ever done this before. Philly Union didn't just win their game, but they're going to the World Cup. Philly Union in the World Cup.
And this goes to one of the TV networks out in Philly, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I think the NBC network out in Philly.
NBC network out in Philly, man. They literally had on the little prompter on the bottom, it said Philadelphia Union going to the World Cup.
Get your peoples right.
Yeah, clearly the people that work there are not soccer people.
Definitely not.
Nah.
Or maybe they were that excited that they would just say, you know what, skip the MLS Cup, going to the World Cup. Something happened. Something
happened, man. But you know what? We learn. We live and learn. So even though y'all messed up over there in Philly, it's all good, though, man. But I appreciate the lab, though, man. So Philly Union, y'all not going to the World Cup. Y'all going to the MLS Cup Finals. And we're going to go into details on that game in just a bit.
Yep.
And the final broadcast is for ESPN and Fox Sports 1 has just happened.
A lot of big changes for MLS.
Big changes coming up.
That Apple contract, the Apple deal that they did is going to kind of shift the landscape of MLS in the United States. So
absolutely,
that's a big move. But I heard who was it? Yeah, Twellman, John Champion. They were saying their goodbyes on the ESPN broadcast.
Yeah,
and
it's
all right. Wrap.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later.
I like Taylor Twellman. He's cool.
Not a lot of people say that.
I know that.
Not a lot of people say that.
I get why. I totally get it. But I remember watching him when he used to play for the New England Revolution back in the day, man.
Yeah, he was actually a baller back in the day.
He was a baller back in the day, dog.
He was legit.
He played up top, man. I remember Twellman, man. He used to shit all over the Metro Stars. Back when it was the Metro Stars back in the day, man. Shouts to Twellman, man. We appreciate you for your services, man. Let's see if you go into Apple, maybe not. Regardless, all those guys that were on the air, man, for FS1 and for ESPN for the MLS. Hey, we wish y'all best of luck, man. All love.
Thank you for building up the league and giving us entertainment, week after week after week throughout the years. We appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. So a lot of people, 12, man, a lot of people talk shit about you, man. Now, we're not going to do that right here, man. I'm going to give you your flowers, dog. You've been amazing for this league, man, as a player and as a commentator.
We here giving Taylor Twellman flowers.
Yes, sir.
We good peoples.
And We might have to give R.I.P. flowers too, man. To 2 teams starting with 1. My team, New York City FC. Didn't expect to go this far. I know I was talking like, yeah, repeat.
Smallest violin in the world, man. She'll be all right.
It was like, damn, man. After we lost Tati, it just became a lot more for hope, rather than like, oh, I know.
You actually had a roller coaster season.
Super roller coaster. Yo, New York City, dog. All right, we're going to get into like what happened throughout the season. But, yo, Eastern Conference Finals, Philadelphia Union, New York City. This is the first conference final rematch from the previous season since DC United beat Columbus 3 straight years in 97 through 99.
Oh, damn, okay. Did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, we did not have a conference rematch from the previous season for a long time.
And this was the perfect conference finals rematch given everything that happened last year.
Yep.
And then in season and then coming to to this game.
Yeah.
It's super crazy.
It was a lot, man, and Philly definitely came in with a chip on their shoulder, even though obviously they've been, the best Eastern Conference team. And I say chip on their shoulder because last year in the conference finals, a lot of people would say, yo, New York was lucky because there was 11 players that got
that's a lot.
Yeah,
I think 6 starters out of those 11 as
oof.
well.
Yeah, they got hit with that COVID outbreak last year.
And I mean, that's definitely going to change the outlook of the game.
You
can't. And the thing is, Philly actually did really well in that game. They
held
up really well, and then eventually, NYC broke through. I mean, as they should, but at the end of the day, it was a grudge match. It was definitely like getting some retribution real quick.
Yeah, man. So I'm not mad at that, for in that regard. Dog, I'm at home. I'm watching the game. I got my girl right next to me.
Right.
I got my cat like laying on top of me, man. And it's like it's a serious game, man. It's a battle. It's a game of chess, bro.
Right.
It felt like it was a game of chess. New York City, I feel like we were, we were dominating a little bit. I can't even use the word dominating. No team was dominating in the game.
But they were definitely feeling each other out. It was a bit of a push, like but it did seem like NYC was more in control. Like they came to they were not going to back down. They were ready in that first section of the game.
We had 60+%, and I say we because I'm a New York City fan.
Of course.
New York had 60+% possession throughout the game, and I remember in that second half, man. Yo, that beautiful play that started with Sean Johnson in the back, it was just, it just looked like tiki-taka Barcelona, like vintage Barcelona. And I know Miles would love me saying that right now.
Yeah, Miles loves Barcelona shout out for sure.
Dog, it was just a beautiful play, man. And with my boy Moxie, my favorite player in the whole league, man, Moxie Morales. It's my twin right there. Dog, when he broke through with that first goal, 1-0, I went crazy. I'm like, oh, okay. We really about to pull this upset right now, man.
I was, and the fact that it was him of all players, and like you said before previously, he's a leader on that team.
Yeah.
And he is the engine of that team. And the fact that he got that first goal was like, okay, NYC's on the road. They're here to make a statement. They're here to prove it wasn't a fluke. And then the rest of the game played out.
Yeah.
And
the rest of the 5 minutes after that.
Crucial 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
And
yes, it did.
We watched an example of that.
It's crazy, man. So, like, when Maxi scored, only 2 players have scored in 3 straight MLS Cup playoffs matches in a single playoff run since 2017, and that was Maxi. That just happened, and Tati for New York City last year. And I think it was really dope at the fact that Maxi being the smallest guy on the field every game.
Right.
Usually one of the oldest guys on the field every game. And for him to have the engine that he did, he played the whole game this past weekend. Balled out, not only just offensively, man. For him being a little guy, he was a presence defensively as well. He was not scared of putting his body in. A couple plays where he got bodied out, rightfully so.
But
little guy.
But that heart is clearly there.
Yeah.
That man brings that, and you gotta respect players that give everything that they have every single game. Like those are actually my favorite type of players. Like I respect the hell out of Maxi.
Yeah. Yeah, man, he's been amazing, bro. And then, we score, man. Maxi scores, and I'm like, yo, we really might got this. We really might got this. We about to go all the way. We about to go play against LAFC. And then, maybe 2-3 minutes later, we do a sub. We put in Keaton Parks. I don't know. It was either for Pereira or for Santi Rodriguez. It was one of those two.
Listen, it was a goofy moment.
Super goofy moment.
It should not happen in a playoff like that. Like you literally fell asleep.
We slept, man. My boy Alex Cayens, who I think is one of the top tier defenders in the MLS, he fell asleep, man. They caught him lacking, bro.
They caught that boy lacking.
Oh, man, it hurt my feelings seeing that, man. They caught Alex Cayens lacking. Goal. in exactly 2 minutes and 6 seconds after Philly's first goal, 2-1. Oh my! I'm like, yo, like, and my girl's looking at me. She's laughing because she knows I'm hurt. And
why do girls always do that?
I don't know.
Like when it's your team and then you going through it, they want to be like, like they just want to pile on.
Yeah, I think she's just like laughing at like my roller coaster of emotions. We're like, yo, I started screaming at home, dog. It was just quiet throughout the game. Like, okay, cool, let's go. Go! But yo, I felt like I scored the goal, man.
Oh, for sure.
The way I was celebrating,
you watching your twins score the goal. So
hell yeah, dog. But yeah, man, Philly, they've scored 2 goals in a span of 5 minutes, 13 times this season.
Wait, in a span of 5 minutes, 13 times?
2 goals in a span of 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, they've scored 2 goals 13 times this season. There's 34 games.
That's wild.
There's 34 regular season games, plus playoffs. They didn't do that against Cincinnati because they won 1-0. So 12 in the regular season and then 1 right here in the playoffs, man. Yo, Philly, when they they are streaky, bro.
Streaky is a good word.
Streaky, man. Because sometimes, like, they'll have, like, certain moments where, like, all right, what are y'all doing? But once they break through, man, dog.
It's like when they figure themselves out, they figure it all out. It's not like a little bit. And, like, that's when they turn streaky. They take advantage of whatever's going on the pitch that day. They take advantage of that. And I think you guys were the ones that got taken advantage of in this.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but yeah, like this is like as soon as you open up the gates, man, it's like period blood. It never stops flowing, you know.
I don't even know what to do with that one, dog.
Yo.
So wait, what is the tampon? Like, is this?
There was no tampon. Like, they took out the tampon. That's what it was.
Okay.
They like, oh, we got a tampon. Took it out. Floodgates. Bloodgates. Dog, they were just, it was just nonstop. They were absolutely dominant after
what
that,
a
man.
filthy analogy. Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's what came into mind. You feel me? But, yo, like, they were just absolutely dominant after they scored those 2 goals, man. And we just played like we just got, I don't know, we were just in shock.
You definitely in shock. I think the back line didn't know what to do. There were some moments where I was like, yo, please help Sean Johnson. Because, I mean, he's trying to make saves. He's trying to make plays. But
yeah, great saves.
But Philly's offense was just, again, the bloodgates. They saw blood and they were gonna make sure it kept flowing. There was no more blockage. One
thing I noticed, dog, and this was throughout the entire game, man. Mm-hmm. Like right off the rip, as soon as kickoff happened in the beginning of the game, Kickoff Lounge. Follow us at the Kickoff Lounge on Instagram and Twitter and all that. I recognize that Philly is a big ass team, like physically. Like they got some big boys. They were way bigger than us. And I told and I keep on representing my girl because I'm like, like, my girl's the only one that was there with me when I was watching the game, man. She ain't know what I was talking about. She's like, oh, okay, baby. Right, like I'm telling my girl, I'm like, yo, babe, I'm scared of corner kicks, man. Like I'm scared of like crosses.
Out. Yeah.
Well, yo, they got the type of players to be able to body us out easily, man. Maybe not against Alex Guyans, but against our other defenders, absolutely. Man, and we started seeing that a lot. And in the beginning of the first half, there was some dangerous, like there was not a corner kick, but it was a free kick from the wing, and it was Gazdag that scored off a header on that free kick cross, but he was offside.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, and
I remember that. It was like, okay, a little breather. Okay, it was offside.
And it was like, and I was already like saying that, I'm like, damn, man, we can't be getting crossed on like that because they gonna body us out in the box. Oh, man, and as the game went on, it was like...
That third goal was the proof of that strength with Corey Burke.
Yo, Burke, that boy, he is a freak of nature, man. Dog, he's so big, so fast, so strong.
Definitely like a football player out there.
Yo, for real, it was just insane at like how much faster he was, but then at the same time, how much bigger and stronger he was. It was like almost unfair. It's like my player. Type of thing,
creative player type of thing.
Yeah, he was a legit creative player, man.
So, I mean, given the game worked out how it was, congrats to Philly making it to their first MLS Cup. Yeah. How do you feel about NYC, like their season as a whole and, going forward?
It was definitely a roller coaster ride, man. So, like, beginning of the year, we were the best team in the league, man. Right. Yo,
that was showing out, yeah.
We ain't have no championship hangover, dog. Like, we came out guns blazing. Tati was balling. He was leading the league in goals. He was on his way to another MVP.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember? Tati was balling. Yo, Tati, up until he got loaned to Spain,
right?
He was easily the best player in the MLS, man.
He was ready to get MVP and back-to-back Golden Boot.
He was about to do that. He was really about to do that. All of a sudden, we go from having the best offense, best defense in the league, best player in the league, man, Golden Boot winner. Like, we have everything, like, just working out for us.
Mm-hmm.
We lose Tati, man. He goes to Spain. All of a sudden, we lose our head coach, our championship head coach, man, from last season.
Yep.
Boom. So now we lost 2 huge key components to our to our championship season from the previous year.
And it just becomes, for several weeks, WTF.
Yeah.
Again and again and again and again. But
yeah.
Very unsure of Nick Cushing, but you guys kind of found yourselves.
Yeah, man. Nick Cushing came into the picture. He's interim head coach. And it's wild because in the beginning, we had absolutely zero offense, man.
Yeah.
No kind of offense.
I didn't know what to do.
We ain't know what to do, man. Like, we ran the game through Tati.
Yeah.
That it just was what it was, and it worked. You know, you go with what works.
Right.
So it's like we had to create a whole brand new identity off the rip right away. Nick Cushing in the beginning, man, it was like, I don't want to say like 4, 5, 6 weeks, man. We didn't have a win, dog.
Yeah.
We was looking like one of the worst. We went from being the best team to being one of the worst teams in that span.
There was a period where it was like, oh, okay, if y'all don't find your way, you might not even like make play. Even though you had a nice head start,
yeah,
it was looking real sus for a little bit.
Thank God we started the way we did because we might have missed the playoffs, man, the way we were playing in the middle of the season, dog.
About a month and change where it's just like,
I want to say probably like a month and a half, 2 months, man.
Yeah.
We was looking bad, bro.
Was the Campeones Cup the turnaround for you guys?
Probably, yeah. It was around that time because we had 1 win before the Campeones Cup.
Okay.
And then from there, we had 5 straight wins, dog. Like, into the playoffs, man. Going into the Philly game, conference finals, we won 6 straight MLS games, or 6 straight just games, period, including the Campeones Cup. We were the hottest team. On paper, hottest team in the MLS, man. Nobody had a bigger streak, a longer streak than us. So I was excited. You know, the momentum was there. So, and, you know, Nick Cushing, after a month and a half and no results are being shown, I'm with the bandwagon that's saying fire Nick Cushing, right?
Don't come back.
Like, we good, man. We don't need you, dog. You're not doing much for us. He turned it around, though, man. I got to give credit where it's due.
Does he come back next season?
I wouldn't be mad if he does.
Okay.
I think, you know, I think our boys fought. I think he was able to bring our guys together, man, and I think Nick Cushing deserves at least another season.
I think there's something to be said when you figure out the storm, and come out doing well on the other side like NYC FC did. You ran into one of the best teams of the year in Philly, so there's no shame in that at all. And again, winning the Campeones Cup, having that winning streak going into the playoffs, that's all respectable. So if they gave him a chance, it wouldn't be crazy. Like,
successful season, even though we didn't come out in the MLS Cup finals. We got a trophy. Miles will beg to differ about the trophy.
All right, so you guys can let us know, Campeones Cup, trophy or not.
It is a trophy. They lifted a trophy up.
They did lift a trophy up. It was hardware. It is hardware.
It is. You know, they're not gonna waste. They're a professional team. They're not gonna waste their time in the middle of the season. Legit in the middle of the season, dog. Like, come on now. If it was a preseason thing and with all of our starters, dog, come on now. Don't disrespect us. You feel me? So NYCFC, we lifted up 1 trophy this year. I think it was a successful year given the circumstances of us losing our championship head coach and Tati Castellanos in the middle of this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we bring back Moxie or go younger? He's turning 36. I think we bring back Moxie. He's still playing at a super high level.
His guaranteed contract is up. So, it's definitely
bring him back.
If you guys want to.
He's our glue, dog.
He is glue. And I don't think you guys – that would be, I think, a scary thing for your team. Like, you lost Tati. You have Nick Cushing, but the last kind of like solidified piece, which would be Maxi, to lose that too. Yeah. Then you guys are really starting from scratch all over. I mean, you can see how good of a coach Nick Cushing truly is when the cupboard is like when you have to really find a new identity through leadership. But I don't think you want to do that. I think you're better off keeping Maxi and building from there.
Dog, in this run in particular, what I love, like, there's many reasons why I love Moxie as a player, regardless of his age right now. He is not only just a good technical player with the ball, he doesn't, yes, he puts people in positions to succeed, right? When he has the ball. But what I love even more about Moxie is what he does without the ball. And I'm not saying his off-ball movement, yes, but his IQ in being such a general on the field, man.
Okay.
Yo, like, you'll see, he'll look at who has the ball, and he'll command them, like, yo, go, give it
Push,
to them.
yeah,
He'll
come on
see,
wide, yeah.
he'll see what that play can develop into, man, before it even happens. Like, when you're watching Maxi Morales, when you watch a general on the field, you see him communicating. You see his arms up. You see him pointing this way. You see him pointing that way. You see him looking left, looking to his right, looking behind him. Maxi Morales is a general on the field, and I thought it is crucial for New York City to keep Moxie because he is the glue that has kept New York City together, especially during this run. So we lose Moxie. After we just lost Tati, we completely lose our identity and we're completely in rebuild mode. That's how I feel, man. You know? If we lose Moxie, then we're back on rebuild mode. I don't even expect us to make the playoffs.
Keep Maxi. I don't know if we got to start a campaign for that. Keep Maxi Morales.
Yeah, sir.
Max out on Maxi.
Damn, from the Eastern Conference Finals, man, we're going to fly over to the West Coast.
West Side.
Snoop, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre land.
Today was a good day if you were an LAFC fan.
Ooh, I like that. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that, man. LAFC versus Austin FC. Man.
That was more lopsided than I thought it was going to be. I ain't even going to lie,
It wasn't
bro.
even fun to watch, man.
I was way more lopsided than I thought it was going to be.
Dog, it was just, practice. It just looked like practice, man.
It did look like practice. Matthew McConaughey got to, have them.
Ooh.
Got to be a little louder.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin came in scared, dog. They didn't come in ready, man. I thought they were going to come in ready, bro. I thought Austin, and I've been saying it all year, there can only be one team that could beat LAFC in the conference finals, and I really believe that it was going to be Austin, man.
Yeah.
But, yo, to play, I mean, we have a video right now playing highlights of the LAFC and Austin FC game. Dog, to play in Bank Stadium.
It's an intimidating, it's a park. It's an intimidating park.
Look, the stadium, dog, full. The crowd going crazy. This is a culture, bro.
Yeah.
This is not a playoff game in Rebel Arena. And I got to throw it in there.
Yeah, sure, it's different.
Because New York Red Bulls, their playoff game, empty stadium.
Complete antithesis of what is Bank of California Stadium.
I like that word, antithesis. Dog, LAFC, they have a culture for their team, man. They have a fan base that's one of the strongest, if not the strongest in the MLS, and I'll put that up there with the Austin FC fan base. I'll put that up there with the Atlanta United fan base, Seattle Sounders fan base. You do not want to play against LAFC as an away team because it is scary to play in there, dog.
That, what is it, 3252 is their supporter section. They don't play around.
They don't.
They don't play around.
Them SS go crazy, dog.
Hey.
First half, they were intimidated, man. Austin FC.
I love seeing that energy though from great supporter sections,
Yeah,
great crowds. It adds a whole different feel to the game.
Hell yeah, man.
And if you're not ready, I think Austin's one of those. Austin will be interesting to watch going forward because this is more like they were damn near last year.
Yeah.
And if not last, I can't remember in the West. But then
they do good.
And they came back to make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You got to earn your spot. This is not. So this is kind of off topic, but this is not. I was watching the Redeem Team with USA Basketball
on Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah. But Bron was saying how they played 1 year. They played the year they got knocked off. They came back, and they won silver or bronze in a tournament. And he was just saying that it wasn't their time yet.
Yeah.
Because Bron played on 3 of those teams. He played on 2 teams before they won the gold.
Yeah.
And he was just saying it wasn't their time. And for Austin, I feel like it's just not their time. LAFC's already paid their dues.
Yep.
And now they're looking the best that they've ever looked.
Yeah.
And they have the heart that they didn't have before.
Yep.
So now they're claiming what's theirs. Austin, if Josh Wolf stays and they can keep this kind of core group together, they can be in the mix for a few years.
I really believe that.
But
you
just gotta pay your dues. It's not your time right now.
Not right now, man. Not right now. Austin and I know we're talking about great fan bases. I think the toughest place to play in is in Austin in the entire league. I think they got the dopest stadium. I think that it's a legit experience to go to an Austin FC home game Cause like when they score, everything goes dark and then everything goes
like the
green
green
and
energy,
dark.
yeah.
Dog, it's different, man.
That's intense.
I really want to go next season, man. Let's go to Austin, bro.
We gotta make that happen.
Can we make like some can we do like a little kickoff lounge tour, man?
Like, hey, that'd be sick.
Why not, man? Go to a couple games, Go to Austin, maybe go to LA to LAFC home game.
Host us. We can host a show live from your stadium.
Facts, man. And first half of the LAFC Austin game, 16 shots for LAFC first half.
First half, damn.
Austin FC 1 shot. It was a 15-shot difference, bro. Stuver. What the score was 3-0, right?
Yeah.
Dog, this game could have easily been like 10-0. He had phenomenal saves, dog. Bullets that were coming right at him. I thought even though they lost 3-0,
Yeah.
I think man of the match is still Stuver.
I feel that.
Dog, he was amazing, bro. He was the only bright light in that Austin team. I think you keep Stuver. I think you keep Driussi. Obviously, those are your key players right there. There's a few other players.
You keep Fagundes.
Fagundes, absolutely.
You keep Cascantes.
Yeah.
And yeah, just those core pieces, because they have something. They have something very good.
They have something special, man. I believe that Austin, if they continue to build what they have, they can be MLS Cup champions.
Yeah.
In the next couple years.
They just gotta be patient. They gotta be patient and stick to the plan, because look, if to go from where they were to where they're at, is phenomenal in itself.
Hani Mukhtar won the MVP.
Right.
I believe. Okay, he won the MVP. I believe that Driussi is the best player in the league, though. Real talk, man. I think it's so beautiful to watch him play, man. The way he's in control of the games, the way he's able to just get his teammates involved. I mean, granted, like Mukhtar, obviously the same too.
I think Driussi is more just not the most talented, but just he's your best scorer. He might be like the best finisher in the league. Like I can see that. He might be the best like singular weapon in the league. I do, especially on a team like Nashville, where they play a very well-paced, like whole team is involved type of game. Most of the action goes through Mukhtar.
Yeah.
For Austin, it can shift from game to game, but Driussi is usually the guy to put the ball in the back of the net.
Give Driussi a Ricky Push in the middle.
That changes a lot.
Driussi will have 30 plus goals.
That changes a lot. Yeah.
Driussi will have 30 plus goals, man. Give him some quality in the midfield, bro.
The midfield is such an underrated part of soccer.
Oh my god!
Because once having a good midfield changes
everything.
Everything.
That's the foundation, dog.
It really is the foundation. I mean, but it's just because strikers get all the love, but the teams with having a great midfield is. LAFC having Ilie in the midfield changes their the entire way they play the game.
Yeah,
like it matters.
It does matter, man, so much, bro. Damn, man, like LAFC absolutely dominated. The first goal on the corner by Vela, header by Chicho Arango.
So Vela actually has more assists than goals this year, and which is interesting because he's typically been the goal scorer for LAFC.
He don't need to be a goal scorer anymore.
He hasn't. So I think. Well, Chicho Arango balling. The team's been balling. Going forward, where does
forward?
You're
on fire today, man. See what you did there.
Where does Bale fit into this team? Because they have so many. Adding Buwanga, who's been balling over these past few games with them too.
Buwanga's lit, dog. I'm a fan of him.
I'm a fan of him too. You have a player like Bale in the wings. There's been an argument that he hasn't been as fit. There's been an argument that he can't play with Vela. I don't know what's true, what isn't. It's been a short stint, but you spend a lot of money. There's a lot of hype, and we'll see how Bale performs at the World Cup. But I feel like now he has something to prove in MLS.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And he does have something to prove. I think he will play MLS Cup Finals. He didn't have to play this game.
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to, man. Like, the rest of the team had it. And I really do believe that, yes, like, a priority of his is to win in the MLS. I mean, any player's biggest priority would be to be ready for your country in the World Cup.
Okay.
I think, a lot of it has to do with, like, he's had such a recent history of getting dinged up so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, Wales relies on Bale.
Yeah.
As far as Bale can take Wales.
Absolutely.
No Bale, no party in Wales. So they need each other. So I think after this World Cup, I think you'll see a lot more Bale, on the field, and we'll start seeing more of that experiment happening.
That experiment for sure, because we've seen a lot of great Euro talent come over to MLS.
Yeah.
And Bale, talent-wise, I don't think there's anybody that's come to MLS where he's not rivaling in talent. Like he's that top tier type of player.
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of has a lot to prove in showing that maybe he'd be top 5 of MLS signings, because this was a really big deal.
Yeah.
Can he have an impact like a Zlatan or a Beckham or even a David Villa, where like NYC FC didn't win, but NYC FC was rolling because of David Villa.
Yep. Facts.
So I'm just curious to see what Bale may or may not do.
It's a big deal because he came straight from Real Madrid. So it's not like he played Real Madrid and then he went to a couple other teams.
Well, he went to Tottenham real quick again.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, then he came. Yeah, that's what it was. But all right, so Bale, he's not even that old, dog.
He's not.
He's not that old, man. So he still got I think he still got legs under him. He hasn't been going crazy as far as running around, as far as mileage. I think he can really turn up, man. Like I said, man, I really believe that he's just playing it safe so that he doesn't get dinged up. Like players like Pogba, they just announced, what was it, yesterday? I think it was. Pogba was the absolute leader of that French national team for that World Cup 4 years ago when they won it. Now he's not even playing in a World Cup because he got hurt.
Right.
And like I said, Wales, like, name me another Welsh player.
Not Reece James.
You see?
I know, but I know but his name.
There's a lot of players on the team, dog. It's like 25 players that go to a World Cup, man.
Oh, he played for like Man U or some shit like that. Hold on. I'm not even gonna look it up. All right, there's a handful of players on there's like 3 other players on Wales that are like really
they're
notable.
good. Yeah. But they're not Bale.
They're not Bale.
Bale is like Bale will take Wales as far as Bale takes them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, cool, bro. Sometimes my English be all over the place. But yeah,
Duolingo.
Yo, at Duolingo shit, right? Bale right now is not, like, he didn't have the start that Zlatan had to his MLS career. Zlatan came in El Tráfico. That was his debut, dog. On fire.
Zlatan Polo said, I am here. I'm Zlatan. I am here.
Yo, I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now.
Dog, I think the 2 greatest talents that have come from Europe, or at least to have the greatest MLS careers, for me was Zlatan and Beckham.
Yeah, I think that's definitely 1 and 2. And
I'll put David Villa at 3.
Robbie Keane, underrated.
Super underrated, yeah.
Definitely had a hell of a career.
Oof. Yeah, I'm looking at his stuff right now. Robbie Keane, 6 seasons, 104 goals, 2014 MLS Cup MVP, 3 MLS Cup appearances. Damn.
Yeah, like, my man's balls.
Damn, dog. Yeah, like right now, like I can't even put Bale over Higuain.
No.
I love it. Like, and I love Bale, Real Madrid. Higuain's Real Madrid too, man. Yeah, Jose Madrista.
And even Higuain having that Comeback Player of the Year award just shows like the respect and how his effect on MLS. Like, you gotta respect that hustle that he put in.
Yeah. And with Higuain, I feel like he came in thinking that everything was gonna be all easy and all. Nah, he got humbled real quick, dog.
Real quick. But you know what? And I like that because Higuain is now the story going forward.
Yep.
I think Bale's also an example going forward where you can be a great soccer player, but you still have to be great when you come to MLS.
Yeah.
It's not like you can take a step back. You don't. If you're a 5th gear soccer player, you can't bring it down to 3rd just because you're in MLS.
Nah.
You still got to show up.
Facts, man. It's crazy, man. I look at some of these numbers, man. Like, and I don't know if Bale can put up these kind of numbers as these other Europeans have coming into the MLS. Zlatan, in 2 seasons, 52 goals and 17 assists.
Wild.
What was that, like 26 goals a season?
Yeah, wild.
Dog, shitting on everybody, dog. David Beckham, in 5 seasons, 98 goals and back-to-back titles with the LA Galaxy. Thierry Henry, 5 seasons, 51 goals with the New York Red Bulls. David Villa, 3 seasons, 77 goals, scored the team's first goal. Dog, I was the first ever NYC FC home game at Yankee Stadium. I was there.
You were there?
I was there, dog. On everything I love, man, with my brother Danielito Green.
Hey, shout out Danielito.
Yo, dog. We went to the game. I remember we got 3 tickets, right? And what's the 3 tickets? I don't remember. So it was me, him, and so I had invited some girl that I should not have invited. It was like she had no gas in the car afterwards, man. We barely didn't make it home. So it was like this. It became a whole story, man. But it was so dope, man, to be able to become a witness of the first ever home goal in NYC FC history, scored by David Villa, and just seeing how everybody in the stadium went crazy, and just the start of the Pigeons. The start of the third world community.
And you've been rocking with them since then?
I've been rocking with them since NYC's first day. Because, back in the day, I was a Metro Stars fan, dog. Right. Like I grew up in Metro Stars community. Like, I grew up playing for the Metro Stars Academy. And then when they transitioned into the Red Bulls, I came up in that academy. I played for them. But then, I watched the Metro Stars when I was a kid, but I fell out of love with the MLS, man. Yeah. It's like I just didn't like watching it. It was boring to me. It just wasn't like the culture for the Metro Stars wasn't really lit.
And I think that's a big thing is culture, and especially if you're looking at soccer around the world and you turn around and you're looking at MLS at that time. Yeah. It's like, what's going on? What's going on in my neighborhood? If Metro Stars don't have that same culture, it's like it's not gonna draw you in.
It wasn't cool to be a Metro Stars fan, right? And so it was like, I thought it was dope, man. I remember I was just telling my girl this story too. On my favorite player of all time in the MLS, Clint Mathis. Do you remember that name?
I do know that name, yes.
So Clint Mathis, all right, I'm not gonna say he's my favorite player of all time. He's the reason why my favorite number is 13. Okay. Because he was number 13. Okay. Right. He played for the U.S. men's national team for a little bit too. Just skillful, tactical, strong bully striker. Love Clint Mathis. I was 9 years old, and my dad took me to this 4-hour cruise on the Hudson River in New York, and all the Metro Stars were there.
4-hour cruise on the Hudson River.
Yeah.
It's not a trip to Staten Island, right?
No. Yeah, it was just a boat that was just riding around the Hudson River. Okay. You see the skyline view and all that. It was my 9th birthday, man, and all the Metro Stars players were there. I remember Steve Jolly, Mike Pecky, Tim Howard was the goalie for the Metro Stars, man. Back when he was young, he was getting started with them, bro. Tab Ramos, man. Remember Tab Ramos? Yeah. Yo, Clint Mathis. And so I remember, at the time, Clint Mathis was my favorite player. And we go up to the top of the boat. True story. And my dad, sees Clint Mathis, and my dad tells me, yo, papi, go say hi. Tell him it's your birthday. I go up to him, man, and I'm like, hey, you're my favorite player. And it's my birthday. 9 years old. And so, and I'll never forget this, man. And this is literally the exact reason why I love 13, man. Yo, he was in a crowd of a bunch of his friends and family or whatever, and he just stopped everything that he was doing, bro. He was like, oh, no way, really? Oh, we got to sing happy birthday for you. He got up, he grabbed me by both hands, put my hands up. He like, everybody sing happy birthday. 1, 2, 3, happy birthday.
That's awesome.
Dog, and it was my favorite player doing this for me, man.
That's awesome.
And so, I've always remember that, man.
Yeah.
And I really hope, man, that I can meet Clint Mathis one day to be able to tell him this story and just tell him the impact that he's made on me. He's the reason why I wanted to continue to become a striker. He's the reason why 13 is my favorite number. I love the way he played,
it's
all of that.
It's so crazy that those moments mean so much to people.
Yeah, man.
When these stars are out here and they give, fans those moments, they're giving something that can last a lifetime, that can really affect people. And that's the beauty of sports and culture and everything just coming together in perfect harmony.
Dog, I'm a 30-year-old grown-ass man, dog. This was 21 years ago that this happened. And I feel like a kid talking about this story. Yeah. And that's the beauty. And this is 21 years ago in the MLS. Right. So MLS was still young, bro. Yeah. So it wasn't where it's at right now. And it's only growing into something even bigger, bro. And so the fact that Clint Mathis was able to do that for me, I think is beautiful, that all these superstars are coming into the MLS, that all these homegrown players are growing so much into who we've always thought that we can become
Right.
in American soccer, which has been just great, dog.
It's a beautiful thing to watch come to fruition, slowly
Hell
but
yeah.
surely.
But yeah, man. So that was my like come up in an MLS story, man. But yeah, like that, like so. Then I fell out of love with the Metro Stars, with the MLS, man, and then New York City FC. We got some free tickets for that, man. I remember they were coming into town, and I'm like, yo, I want to get back into the MLS, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching overseas soccer. I can't go to these games. I live in Jersey, NYC, home game, first ever home game. David Bija, goal, rocking. I'm a City fan now, dog.
That's what's up.
Yeah, hell
Shout
yeah.
out to Pigeons, man.
Yeah, Pirlo, that was pretty cool, man. He had a very, he didn't really have a
Yeah,
crazy.
but he played well. I mean, he wasn't super impactful, but he did his thing.
Sold the most jerseys in the MLS. Like that first season, he was with us.
Fucking Bale's doing the same thing, and
Bale's doing the same thing.
not doing a damn thing yet.
Drogba, 2 seasons, 21 goals.
So Drogba was fun to watch.
Yeah.
That man came into MLS and you realize, okay, he's built different. Like this player right here, he's built different.
Yeah.
Montreal Impact was one of those teams at the time that was kind of like, eh. And then you get your splash player, and clearly, like that splash player is different. He's another one of those guys where if he had a different team around him, they would have like wrecked shop against everybody. But
Facts.
sometimes it is what it is. The reason that they have those splash players is for a reason.
He ain't have no Lampard on his team to be able to feed him balls everywhere, dog.
Right.
Like
It changes things.
very definitely changes things. That's why, like you said, man, midfielders. I think that's the most important positions on a soccer pitch.
Yeah.
The midfield is the most important, man. Wayne Rooney, obviously. Talk about I think is the greatest MLS play in MLS history.
That's definitely top 3. I don't know what would rival it off the top of my brain, but that's definitely top 3. That's crazy. Like I could watch that highlight every day.
Every day, dog, and I'll still be
I'm still
astounded.
like, damn.
Yo. Oh my God, man.
Just thinking about it, I'm like, yo, that's too fire.
Yeah, it was fire. And then Schweinsteiger,
Yeah.
I'd be forgetting he's in MLS. Well, he already retired, right?
Yeah,
Did he
he's
retire?
already out. Yeah.
Then we got Shaqiri too.
Shaqiri
Shaqiri's doing all right, though. He's doing all right. He's not like,
remains to be seen. I mean,
Yeah.
the Chicago Fire as a whole just remains to be seen. They got to climb out the doldrums of the East.
Facts, man. Hey, man, MLS Cup Finals is next. The last game
Of the year.
of this crazy ass
Of
year.
the crazy MLS season. MLS Cup comes down to 1v1. Top of the East, top of the West. Who you got? Who's the best?
Philadelphia Union versus LAFC. Yo, what's cool about this combination, man, this duo, they have a 1.97 combined points per match, right? This season. And that's the highest combined average for the pair of finalists in MLS history. So pretty much these are the 2 highest scoring teams, right?
Right.
We've never had the 2 highest scoring teams
Play against each other.
play against each other in the MLS Cup Finals. So I think because of that, Philadelphia Union are going to come out on top. And I'm going to say because they statistically have the second best defense in MLS history. They've allowed, I believe it's 26 goals. Yeah, they allowed 26 goals out of 34 regular season games, man.
That's fucking wild.
Wild, man. Yo, watching Philadelphia's defense, bro, yo, these guys were big, dog. Yo, I couldn't believe it how huge, how strong, how fat. Like, yeah, I was saying that about the front.
Right.
But now we're talking about the back, though,
Backline, yeah.
man. That back line, strong, smart, on the same page with each other, man. Yo.
I think that's like my heart wants to go with Philly. I think LAFC is going to find a way. I feel like Philly's big trap is they can score, they can counterattack, but can their defense be disciplined when LAFC is attacking them?
That's a different offense, man.
It's a different type of offense. But at the same time, LAFC, I don't know if they've dealt with a team as complete as Philly. And I think there was the last time, I don't know if it was last time, they had a 3-3 like battle. I don't know. I can't remember when that was.
Yeah.
But I just, they both have answers for, styles make fights.
Yeah.
I feel like they both have answers for each other, but who prevails,
for me, I
could
believe
go either way.
I believe defense wins championships, man. And I would love to see Bale, win a trophy. Yeah, because
if he's gonna be here for a couple years next year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to see Philly's been knocking on the door for so long.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to see them like finish the job.
They felt like they had it last year.
Yeah.
Up until the COVID outbreak.
It felt like it was gonna be their year minus the COVID.
Yeah. I gotta go with Philly, man. Like I think they're both offensive juggernauts.
Yep.
But like I said, for me, the difference maker is not only just the defense, but this is a historical defense. You have the best defensive line in the back, right? And you have a 3-time goalkeeper of the year in Andre Blake, man. Dog, Andre Blake, if it wasn't for him, it was literally going to be 2-0 New York City.
Yeah,
there was a header by Alex Cayens like a minute or 2 minutes after we scored our first goal, man.
Right.
Dog, on any other keeper, no, it's not the play. On any other keeper, it would have been a goal. Any other keeper in the MLS, man. And that would have went to 2-0 New York City. Like 2 minutes after that header, bro, not even. They tie the game 1-1. 2 minutes and 6 seconds later, they take the lead 2-1. A few minutes later after that, they extend the lead 3-1. Dog, that defense is too good.
Blake's been playing out of his mind. The defense as a whole is really good. What I've noticed with LAFC is that they make these runs, and with Vela being more of an assist man, him, Arango, Bouanga, they are threatening. I don't think Austin FC had the wherewithal. Like Stuver was playing out of his mind, but like defensively they weren't sound enough to deal with that. And Philly is. But how long can that hold up is the question.
Facts. Will they crack?
And if they don't crack, they win the game. Like you said, defense travels, defense wins championships. If they don't crack, they win the game. But
LAFC is in New York City, bro. New York City, they had to be very, technical and kind of like, just move the ball around, try to figure it out. Because I don't believe that New York City has the most quality players, right, compared to LAFC.
Right.
Man, like if LAFC plays anything remotely close to New York City, with the quality players that they have, they can knock in 5-6 goals on Philly, man. But we'll see, man. Like, I really do believe that defense is going to stand. I think it's going to be 3-2 Philly.
3-2.
Extra time.
I think it's going to be I'm going to say 2-1 Philly.
2-1,
and you know what I think is going to happen? It's going to be like, the other thing is that Philly will not be intimidated by that crowd. They will feed off that energy more than they will be intimidated.
Yeah, they're good. They're good on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for that bad boy.
It's crazy because I'm DJing a wedding, dog, that day. So I'm gonna be watching the game. I'm gonna be set up early and I'm gonna watch the game on my phone.
I have to direct a hockey game, so I will. But that's not until 7. So I'll be like setting up and watching the game.
Fire, man. Hey, man, you already know at the end of every episode of the Kickoff Lounge, we always got to wrap it up, man, with some feel-good things.
Feel-good things, my boy. Yeah.
First one, man. You want to hit that one off?
Sure. Sophia Smith, she wins NWSL MVP. The Portland Thorns win the NWSL Championship for 2022.
Woo!
Congrats to them. Sophia Smith, young baller.
Superstar. U.S. Women's National Team.
Pay attention to her. She'll continue to make noise. She's a big part of the future of the women's national team. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Bro, you couldn't have said it any better, dog. For real. She is the next Alex Morgan.
Yep.
Like she's literally gonna be the next one in line after Alex Morgan retires. Yep. Alex Morgan's still balling.
She's still doing her thing.
I think she won. Did she win the Golden Boot? I want to say she won the Golden Boot in NWSL.
San Diego Wave.
Yeah, and what is it, their first year too,
man? Yeah, it's
their
first year.
Yo, Alex Morgan, she still got it. She's still balling, playing at such a high level. Had a baby, came back, still putting balls behind the net.
Shout out these women having kids, being elite athletes.
Yep.
Still smiling, still having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Doing everything.
Facts, man. So Sophia Smith, she's the next 9.
She's the next.
She's
9.
the next number 9 for the U.S. Men's National Team.
Making history.
Facts. Woo.
Shout out NWSL.
Facts, yo. And next and last feel good things, man. When we drop this episode on Thursday, it will officially be 17 days away from the World Cup, baby.
Going global, going international.
Going to Qatar,
Going
man.
to Qatar. They dropped the commercial for Qatar.
I saw.
You saw? How you feel about it?
I feel a type of way because of all the people that died. I know we went from feel good things, now we getting dark.
All right, pause on all the people that died. I mean, it's a part of it's unfortunate. It happens every World Cup cycle. But on the field.
I'm excited.
We can be excited for that.
Yeah. I'm super excited for what's going on the field, man. Dog, man, like I think this is the most talented U.S. team we've ever seen as far as individual players, man.
Yep.
I'm going to completely forget about what happened in the last 2 friendlies, man. Listen, yeah, it was, that's what it was, friendlies, But now we're going to take things serious. A little concerned that Weston McKennie got knocked up. He got dinged up, but he should be ready in time for the World Cup against Wales on the 19th.
I hope Berhalter ball does not prevail and we get. I just hope I hope we're healthy.
Yeah.
If we're healthy, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some noise. If we are healthy, we'll make some noise.
Facts, man.
And I think once we get there and we settle down and we're in the mix and we see the buildings of Qatar and the other teams and the pitch and all that, we'll be like, okay, it's America time. We're here for a reason. Squad up. Let's take care of business. Let's get out the group stage.
Yes, sir.
And make some noise.
Damn, we're running through a wall right now with that speech, dog.
Let's go.
Sheesh.
America, baby.
Hey, man, before we wrap up, too, real quick, I just want to let everybody know if you're in the South Florida area, because that's where we based at.
Yep.
You could come hang out with us. We're going to be at the Champs Sports Store out in Pembroke Pines by the Pembroke Lakes Mall on November 20th. Oh, my God. I forgot. I'm blowing it right now. Hold on one second.
We're going to check the date real quick.
I got so many dates over here.
Yes.
November 20th. November 20th, I'm going to be out there DJing from 1 till 6 p.m. at the Champs Sports Store. We're going to have a lot of soccer stuff going on. Adidas coming in. Inter Miami's coming in. Emerson Rodriguez from Inter Miami's coming through. La Wanda's coming through.
Hey,
man, this is going to be a great time for anybody trying to come up in the sport and trying to learn a couple things. Slide through, man.
Slide through. Kickoff Lounge will be representing.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? This is your premier outlet for connecting with the MLS.
Yep.
Chilling, vibing, getting the realest takes. And, November 20th, Pembroke Pines.
November 20th, we're going to post it up at the Kickoff Lounge. We're going to let everybody know about that. And, hey, man, you already know what it is, man.
Hey.
It's already the end of the MLS season as of next weekend. And you got to say it for Miles, man.
See you Thursday, bitch.
Whoop!